Welcome to Amazing Life 1-2 channel guides. Today you watching Grace Kelly, American actress, lifestyle biography and beautiful photos. I hope you enjoy this video. Like, share, subscribe channel. Thank you for watching video. Grace of Monaco redirects here. For the 2014 film, see Grace of Monaco film. This article is about the American actress and the Princess of Monaco. For other uses, see Grace Kelly disambiguation. Biography. Grace Patricia Kelly, November 12, 1929 to September 14, 1982, was an American actress who, after starring in several significant films in the early to mid-1950s, became Princess of Monaco by marrying Prince Rainier III in April 1956. Grace Kelly publicity photograph, circa 1954. Princess Consort of Monaco. Tenure April 18, 1956 September 14, 1982. Born Grace Patricia Kelly, November 12, 1929 Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, U.S. Died September 14, 1982 Aged 52 Monaco Hospital, L'École, Monaco. Burial September 18, 1982 Cathedral of Our Lady Immaculate, Monaco Ville, Monaco. Spouse Rainier III, Prince of Monaco. M. 1956 Issue Caroline, Princess of Hanover. Albert II, Prince of Monaco. Princess Stephanie House Grimaldi, by marriage. Father John B. Kelly Sr. Mother Margaret Major. Religion Roman Catholic. Alma Mater American Academy of Dramatic Arts. Neighborhood Playhouse. School of the Theatre. Occupation Actress. Years active 1949, 1956, 1977. Works. Full list. Words. Academy Award for Best Actress 1954. Seymour Kelly was born into a prominent Catholic family in Philadelphia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After graduating from the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in 1949, Kelly began appearing in New York City theatrical productions and television broadcasts. She gained stardom from her performance in John Ford's adventure romance Magambo, 1953, for which she was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. She won the Academy Award for Best Actress for her performance in the drama The Country Girl, 1954, 6. Other notable works include The Western High Noon, 1952, the romantic comedy High Society, 1956, and 3 consecutive Alfred Hitchcock suspense thrillers, Dial M for Murder, 1954, Rear Window, 1954, and To Catch a Thief, 1955. Kelly retired from acting at age 26 to marry Rainier, and began her duties as Princess of Monaco. The couple had 3 children, Princess Caroline, Prince Albert, and Princess Stephanie. Her charity work focused on young children and the arts. In 1964, she established the Princess Grace Foundation to support local artisans. Her Organization for Children's Rights, AMADE Mondiale, gained consultative status within UNICEF and UNESCO. Grace's final film contribution was to the documentary The Children of Theatre Street, 1977, directed by Robert Dornhelm, where she served as the narrator. The film was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature. Kelly died at the age of 52 at Monaco Hospital on September 14, 1982, from injuries sustained in a car crash the previous day. 7. She is listed 13th among the American Film Institute's 25 greatest female stars of classical Hollywood cinema. 8. Her son, Prince Albert, helped establish the Princess Grace Awards in 1984 to recognize emerging performers in film, theater, and dance. Early life and family. The Kelly family home, built by John B. Kelly Sr. in 1929, in East Falls, Philadelphia. Kelly was born on November 12, 1929, at Hahnemann University Hospital in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to an affluent and influential family. 1, 4, 5, 9, 10. Her father, John B. Kelly Sr., 11, was born to Irish immigrants. 12, and won 3 Olympic gold medals for sculling. He also owned a successful brickwork contracting company that was well known on the East Coast. As Democratic nominee in the 1935 election for mayor of Philadelphia, he lost by the closest margin in the city's history. In later years he served on the Fairmount Park Commission and, during World War II, was appointed by President Roosevelt as National Director of Physical Fitness. His brother Walter C. Kelly was a vaudeville star, who also made films for Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer and Paramount Pictures, and another named George was a Pulitzer Prize-winning dramatist, screenwriter, and director. 13. Kelly's mother, Margaret Meyer, had German parents. 14, 15. Margaret had taught physical education at the University of Pennsylvania and had been the first woman to coach women's athletics at Penn. 15, 16. She also modeled for a time in her youth. 15. After marrying John B. Kelly in 1924, Margaret focused on being a homemaker until all her children were of school age, following which she began actively participating in various civic organizations. 15. Kelly had two older siblings, Margaret and John Jr., and a younger sister, Elizabeth. The children were raised in the Catholic faith. 17. 18. Kelly grew up in a small, close-knit Catholic community. She was baptized and received her elementary education in the parish of St. Bridget's in East Falls. Founded in 1853 by St. John Newman, the fourth bishop of Philadelphia, St. Bridget's was a relatively young parish, with families very familiar with one another. While attending Ravenhill Academy, a Catholic girls' school, Kelly modeled fashions at local charity events with her mother and sisters. In 1942, at the age of 12, she played the lead in Don't Feed the Animals, a play produced by the Old Academy Players 13, also in East Falls. In May 1947, she graduated from Stevens School, a private institution in nearby Chestnut Hill, where she participated in drama and dance programs. Her graduation yearbook listed her favorite actress as Ingrid Bergman and her favorite actor as Joseph Cotten. 19. Written in the Stevens Prophecy section was Miss Grace P. Kelly, a famous star of stage and screen. Owing to her low mathematics scores, Kelly was rejected by Bennington College in July 1947. 20. Despite her parents' initial disapproval, Kelly decided to pursue her dreams of becoming an actress. Her father was particularly displeased with her decision, as he viewed acting as a slim cut above streetwalker at the time. 18. In 1947, Kelly signed with the Walter Thornton model agency, gracing the covers of magazines. 21. Kelly dated and was engaged to Oleg Cassini after his divorce from Jean Tierney. 22. Marriage. Main article, Wedding of Rainier III, Prince of Monaco, and Grace Kelly. Kelly headed the U.S. delegation at the Cannes Film Festival in April 1955. While there, she was invited to participate in a photo session with Prince Rainier III, the sovereign of the Principality of Monaco, at the Prince's Palace of Monaco. After a series of delays and complications, she met him at the palace on May 6, 1955. 61. After a year-long courtship described as containing a good deal of rational appraisal on both sides. 62. They married on April 19, 1956. 63. The Napoleonic Code of Monaco and the laws of the Catholic Church necessitated two ceremonies, civil and religious. 64. The 16-minute civil ceremony took place in the Palace Throne Room of Monaco on April 18, 1956. 64. And a reception later in the day was attended by 3,000 Monegasque citizens. 65. 66. The 142 official titles that she acquired in the union counterparts of her husband's were formally recited. The church ceremony took place the following day at Monaco's St. Nicholas Cathedral, presided over by Bishop Giles Bartet. 64. The wedding was estimated to have been watched by over 30 million viewers on TV, and was described by biographer Robert Lacey in 2010 as the first modern event to generate media overkill. 66. Her wedding dress, designed by MGM's Academy Award-winning Helen Rose, 66, was worked on for 6 weeks by 36 dressmakers. 67. The couple left that night for their 7-week Mediterranean honeymoon cruise on his yacht. 66. 68. Career. 1949-1950. Beginnings. To start her career, she auditioned for the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York, using a scene from her uncle George Kelly's The Torchbearers 1923. Although the school had already met its semester quota, she obtained an interview with the admissions department, and was admitted through George's influence. 18. Kelly worked diligently, and practiced her speech by using a tape recorder. 23. Her early acting pursuits led her to the stage, and she made her Broadway debut in Strindberg's The Father, alongside Raymond Massey. At 19, her graduation performance was as Tracy Lord in The Philadelphia Story. Her uncle continued to advise and mentor Kelly throughout her acting career. 24. At her father's insistence, she lived at the Barbizon Hotel for Women in Manhattan. 25. She was hired as a model by the John Robert Powers Agency, where some of her first modeling jobs were doing commercials for bug spray and cigarettes. 26. Kelly was reportedly fond of dancing to Hawaiian music down the hallways of the Barbizon, and given to shocking her fellow residents by performing topless. 27. She later wrote that she had wonderful memories of the 3 years I spent at the Barbizon. 28 television producer Delbert Mann cast Kelly as the lead in an adaptation of the Sinclair Lewis novel Bethel Mereday. This was her first of nearly 60 live television programs. 18. She was mentioned in Theatre World magazine as a most promising personality of the Broadway stage of 1950. Some of her well-known works as a theater actress were The Father, The Rockingham Tea Set, The Apple Tree, The Mirror of Delusion, episode for Somerset Maugham's teleserial, among others. 29. Impressed by her work in The Father, Henry Hathaway, director of the 20th Century Fox film 14 Hours 1951, offered her a small role in the film. Kelly had a minor role opposite Paul Douglas, Richard Basehart, and Barbara Bel Geddes, as a young woman contemplating divorce. 30. Douglas commented, "In two senses, she did not have a bad side. You could film her from any angle, and she was one of the most untemperamental, cooperative people in the business." 31. Following the release of the film, the Grace Kelly Fan Club was established, gaining popularity across the country with local chapters springing up and attracting many members. Kelly referred to her fan club as terrifically amusing. 31. Kelly was noticed during a visit to the set of 14 Hours by Gary Cooper. However, Kelly's performance in 14 Hours went largely unnoticed by critics and did not contribute to her film career's momentum. She continued her work in the theater and on television. 13. Although she lacked vocal horsepower, and it was thought she would likely not have had a lengthy stage career. 18. 1951-1953. Early films and breakthrough. Kelly in High Noon 1952. Her first major film role. Kelly was performing at Colorado's Elitch Theater when producer Stanley Kramer offered her a role co-starring opposite Cooper in Fred Zinman's High Noon 1952, a western filmed in Columbia, California. She accepted the role, and the film was shot in the late summer and early fall of 1951 over a 28-day shooting schedule in hot weather conditions. She was cast as a young Quaker bride to Gary Cooper's stoic Marshall, and wore a suitably demure, vaguely Victorian dress. 30. High Noon garnered 4 Academy Awards, and has since been ranked by some reviewers among the best films of all time. 32. Biographer H. Hochland stated, "Miss Kelly's acting did not excite the critics, or live up to her own expectations." 30. Some critics scoffed at the conclusion of the film in which Cooper's character has to be saved by Kelly's. 33. One critic argued that her pacifist character, killing a man who is about to shoot her husband, was cold and abstract.